Hey, what's up guys? Osvaldo Jimenez here with another acne related video. I know I just released one with my Accutane vlog number 5, but I thought this would be another good opportunity to share another bit of story or wisdom that I've had going with acne throughout my own entire life. So today I basically wanted to talk about how acne has made me a better person but also ruined my life, honestly. So to cut things short, I've had acne since I was 14 years old. It came in the second semester of my high school year and it kind of just took over. I never really had acne before that, and it was kind of a shock to me because I had a bunch of red marks all over my face and everyone was commenting on them. Everyone from my friends to my family were saying, you know, you have pimples now, you have all these red marks. And I went on Proactive, I went to the dermatologist. It was a bit of an on and off struggle for me throughout all of high school, really. I never truly had clear skin or close to clear skin at all when I was in high school, which really sucked and really messed up my confidence. And you know, obviously when I shaved, when I would look in the mirror, it's one of those things that people with acne, I'm sure I'm not the only one that they deal with, is that when you don't really want to look in the mirror because you're basically seeing all this stuff on your face that everyone's basically calling you out for. And you know, it kind of sucks because a lot of time people think it's your own fault, like you're not doing the steps you need to prevent the acne from coming. But you know, sometimes it's not even your own fault. There's hormone imbalances. Some doctors have said it might be genetic. Sometimes, you know, sometimes it's not in your control. Not drinking water or, you know, drinking water or running more or exercising or just doing anything that these websites say isn't going to magically clear your cystic acne, the whiteheads, the blackheads, all of that stuff. It's not going to magically make it go away just by you drinking more water or exercising. It might help for some, maybe, but not for people with severe acne. And that's kind of what I had. You know, I've been left with acne scars on my face. If you guys don't know, I have keloids now, and I kind of wanted to do this video and show everyone the keloids I'm dealing with right now. So you know, I never thought I would do this, but I want to show people the type of things that acne has done to me. But before that, I kind of want to give another bit of insight on acne and how it kind of affected my mindset. You know, when this video is titled "How I Ruined My Life but Also Made Me a Better Person," it did kind of ruin my life because I was always insecure to look in the mirror. I was always insecure about having a pimple the next week, the next day. I was always insecure about what people would say about me. I was, you know, insecure to take off my shirt because I had terrible back acne. I mean, when I say terrible back acne, I mean acne in my back. It was covered in it. Honestly, it felt like planets were placed on my back. It was so bad. And you know, I hated taking off my shirt. You know, and around this, when I was 16 is when I developed around 4 small keloids around my chest area, and I didn't really know what it was. They just were there and they never went away. And I kind of didn't care. It was like 4 small ones, so I was like, yeah, whatever, I don't mind. But even when I did take off my shirt and I would get people, they would say, you know, what are those things? It's hard. It was hard, I'm not gonna lie. And today I kind of, you know, I feel like it's the right step to show everyone what I've been dealing with my whole life. So here goes nothing. Bear with me. I've never done this before, so it's gonna be kind of hard, but I'm gonna try my best to keep going with it, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit too, so you guys can see everything. So basically, all this is keloid scars. If you guys can see, my back has gotten multiple scars, if you can see that. You know, it's from years now. It started when I was 16 and now I'm 22. So basically kind of like 6 years, and I'm not gonna lie guys, it's been one of the hardest things I've ever had to deal with because, you know, I look at other guys, I look at other people, and when I see them in, you know, their bikinis, their trunks, and I see not one pimple on their body, or I just see them freely smiling and enjoying themselves, not caring about anyone looking at them for having something that they don't. And I'm not gonna lie, it hurts because I'm sitting here covering my chest. I'm wearing wetsuits. I'm wearing wet t-shirts when I go to the pool, when I go to the beach, and I'm sitting here kind of just covering my body because I don't want people to know what I'm doing or kind of know what I have. And I've had friends, so-called friends in the past, where when I did take off my shirt, they would basically say, hey man, you have a pizza chest. And hearing that, it really ruins your self-confidence. It ruins what you think of yourself, and it just makes you kind of hate why you have this. And I remember my ex-girlfriend, the first time I showed her my scars, because I never wanted to take my shirt off in front of her. I never did, because obviously in the back of my head I was thinking, man, she's gonna find me so disgusting. She's gonna basically be repulsed by all of this acne, all these keloids, I mean. And I basically tried to hide it as much as I could until she made a point. Like, she said, I don't care about that, I really like you for who you are, and that stuff doesn't matter to me. So one day, I did it, and I still remember it. I was like covering it and not wanting her to see, because obviously, like, it's one of the biggest insecurities. I've been made fun of. People have called me out on it. It's one of those things where because I've gone to sleep crying, just thinking about how, why am I the one dealing with this? Why am I the one having this stuff on my chest? And it kind of gets to you because you don't want to deal with it, and you don't know why it's happening to you, because this is a condition that sometimes people don't know why it happens. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't cause this to happen myself. Sometimes doctors say, like, it just happens in people with darker pigmentation. And I'm not a religious person, so I never once prayed or asked God, oh, why is this happening to me? I kind of just assumed I dealt with it, and I took it from there. I still get treatments from it. The last 2 years of steroid injections, and I plan on getting V-beam laser in it next year when I get the money for it, as I said in the past before. But guys, it's hard, because sometimes I do get the itchy on my chest, on my back. I do have some on my face too, some small ones, not as noticeable. Some are flat now, but it's kind of the thing I deal with. Sometimes, like, I don't want to look in the mirror because of what I see, and it's really tough because like I said, I see other people taking their shirts off, or other people with not a mark on them, and I look at myself and I just I hate it. I really dislike what I see. And I'm doing my best to keep my head up and keep my head up and not let it get to me. But sometimes I'm human, and it just gets to me, and I have to shed a tear, either write my emotions out, or just let say, kind of, maybe like even this video, just say what I feel about it, and maybe it makes me feel better. I guess this goes into the next part of the video, where acne kind of showed me how to be a better person. Because before I had acne, before I was 14, I would kind of make fun of my sister for it, and point out her pimples. And then when I got them, it was kind of like I was an awakening, because I kind of saw how people treated her. Like I treated her, I was getting treated the same way. People pointing it out to me, telling me what happened to you, like, oh, why do you have a bunch of red marks on your face? Because now in this day and age, I'm 22, and if I see someone with acne, I never point it out. I never do that. Like, if someone has a big pimple, I'm not going to be like, hey, like, what happened? Why do you have a big pimple on your face? or damn, you broke out. I never say that. I never would say that, because I've been on the opposite end of that and I know how it feels. Because nothing's worse than basically someone telling you an insecurity that you already know and you're trying to hide it. It's kind of like if you're, you know, if you're overweight and someone tells you, man, like you got really fat. You know, it's like you already know you're overweight, so when someone kind of tells you why, like why are you overweight, it makes you feel even worse. And you know, that's the thing I try not to do. I don't want to make anyone feel worse. You know, it kind of makes you see things from a different lens, because sometimes I do feel like people with clear skin, they don't really know the struggle. They don't understand how people with acne go through. Like they don't understand the countless products they buy, healers that they buy, all the YouTube videos that they search for how to get rid of a pimple overnight. They don't really understand the struggle of buying all these facial cleansers, these purifiers, getting proactive, going out of your way to buy all these products only for none of it to work for you. So, you know, I understand that struggle. I've been there. You know, I have these marks on my chest, and you know, it's really tough. Having acne makes you, you know, having acne, it kind of makes you realize how to treat other people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And if you have a big ginormous pimple on your forehead or wherever, you don't want someone pointing it out to you. And that's kind of where I stand on that, because I want to make people feel like that insecurity isn't there. Even though they may feel like it's there, I don't want them to make it more obvious. And you know, I hate that. And there's some people out there that do a good job of doing that. You know, they're nice, but you know, there's other people who don't. And I just want to say that anyone struggling with keloids, acne, any insecurity right now, you know, just know that you're not alone. These videos, hopefully they will help you in the future, and you can look back and say, I'm not alone. There's another person dealing with this as much as I am. And you know, we're like a community. You know, we understand where we come from, we understand how to deal with it. We've been through that with struggles. And if you have clear skin now, if you're still dealing with acne, you know, it gets better eventually with the right treatments, with the right diet change, whatever works for you. Everyone's different. And you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, we kind of have to put a smile on our face and get on with our lives, because we can't really let it stop it from living our lives. You know, like I know it can be hard to look in the mirror, be combing your hair or brushing your teeth, and then suddenly you're looking at the pimple that's right next to your nose or on your cheek and you notice it. I still do it, I'm not gonna lie, but we can't let it stop living our lives or kind of taking over what we think about all the time. And if you stuck around through the whole video, hopefully it wasn't too boring enough for you. But you know, thank you for listening, and thank you for being on this journey with me. And anyone who's watching this who kind of goes through the same thing, just know that everyone is here for you, and it does get better eventually. It's gotten better for me. And you know, with these keloids, I honestly don't know what they're gonna look like once I get the full treatments, once I get the V-beams, but I'm hoping for the best. And that's kind of what we can do now, especially for keloids, since that's one of the trickier situation for acne. And yeah, I just want to say, guys, just keep your head up. You know, that's one thing we can do, just keep our heads up and not let it affect our minds too much. Thank you to everyone who's been supportive of me this past 6 months. My YouTube channel is blowing up. I'm just kidding, it's not. I'm at 31 subscribers, but those 31 subscribers, I'm thankful for you guys. You're subscribed, you're showing me that you care enough to watch my videos. You're like the founding members of this channel. And if I get big, I'll always remember the 30 subscribers I had first of all, before it maybe reaches to 1,000, who knows, or 2,000. We'll see in the future. But thank you to everyone who's been there since the beginning, and I will see you the next video, which should be a comedy video. Not another acting one, not until like a month. So we will see another Cholo skit, Cholo Christmas skit, or we will see another Gordon Ramsay parody skit. And the third option might be a Stephen A. Max Kellerman ESPN First Take skit. So be on the lookout for that, and I will see you guys later. This is Osvaldo Jimenez, and see you guys. Bye.